Hey guys, 29 Marine here with another boot camp story. This one I wanted to talk about a time in, what do they call it? Phase 2, the second month, for if you're on the West Coast, it's when you go up to Camp Pendleton to do like the rifle range and the crucible and all that shit. And we were, I think it was during our 2 weeks on the range. I want to say it was during that. I don't know. And one night I was laying in my bed, or my rack. And actually, that reminds me, I need to write it down. I want to do terms, military terms. Put it in my phone so I remember. I have like a list of videos that I want to do. So let me do military terms. There we go. And so I'm laying in my rack, and it's probably like, I want to say it was like 11. I'd been asleep for about an hour, maybe more, and all of a sudden I just started getting jabbed, like really hard, like in like the neck and like my chest and my shoulder. And in my dream, it was someone being a douchebag and trying to pick a fight with me, and so I'm getting all pissed off, and then it just kept going. And I mean, I'm sure you've had dreams where something is happening to you outside the dream, like in real life, but it's also happening in the dream, like your mind just makes shit up. And so that's what was happening. And I wake up, and as I was waking up, I just swung with my left hand, which I'm right-handed, so it wasn't the best swing, but I swung in the direction of the wherever the fuck was poking me, and I just feel my fist get grabbed, and I open my eyes, and it was my kill hat, and he's a sergeant. I won't give out his name, and he basically stopped me from punching him in the face, and right when I saw him and his fucking big ass beady eyes, I was like, oh fuck! I just almost hit my drill instructor, and he just smiled at me. And he told me to get out of bed and to come to the duty hut. And so I was like, okay. And this is just weird because that never happened to me. So I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And so I get up. I had to find my BCGs because I wear glasses. Now I'm actually going to get laser eye surgery, so no more fucking glasses. But BCGs are, they call them birth control glasses. They're the big brown bulky ass things that you see if you've ever seen like boot camp movies or pictures. You'll see these ugly ass glasses that they wear, and so I had to get those on. And I went up to the duty hut, and I knocked, and I requested permission quietly because you're not supposed to be loud at night. And he let me in, and when I went in there, and he was a weird dude. He really was. He was playing. He like forgotten that I was supposed to exist at that point, even though it had only been like a minute. And he was already down on their like couch they had in there, and he was playing. He's like laying on the couch, and he's playing freaking. What was it? It was one of the Maddens. I don't remember what year it was, but one of the Maddens, and he was just getting pissed because his team was getting his ass kicked. And but he was wearing just the weirdest shit. He had your DIs will have workout shirts they wear when you PT, and they're a different color based off the battalion that your recruit battalion. And in my case, it was yellow. And so he had his yellow shirt on, he had his green silky shorts, his campaign cover, like the famous drill instructor hat, and then he had his boots on with his boot bands around his boots. And once you get involved in your end, you'll understand how ridiculous this looks. I don't know what he was doing. But so I get in there, and, Sergeant so-and-so, recruit, whatever, reporting for duty. And he ended up tossing down his controller because he was pissed, and he stood up, and I'm at attention, and he asked me if I had read a certain book, and he had talked to me before. He knew that I enjoyed reading, that I read a lot, and I've definitely read a lot of military books. And then he asked me if I had read Flags of Our Fathers, and I told him I had. And so he's like, all right, good. And essentially, there was a battalion, I want to say it was battalion, contest for the drill instructors to write up a one-page essay, I guess, or summary on the book, and then like their thoughts of it and some other shit that I don't remember. And he was feeling lazy and didn't want to do it. And he knew, since he knew that I had read a lot of books, he had me write. He asked if I'd write it, and he asked it in a manner where if I said no, then I was going to regret it. So I was like, yes, sir. This recruit will write. That's actually another idea. Hold on. And boot camp. Actually, I like talking about this stuff because it gives me ideas for videos. And so he had me write out the essay. So he pulled up a little chair, and they had like a little desk in there, and he had me basically write out this essay based off what I remember from the book, and for one-page essay. And if they won, like the reason he wanted me to do it, because if they won, they got like $1,000 or something. And he ended up not winning, but he was happy that he at least got it submitted, so he didn't get harassed about it later. But so after I got done writing it, he looked at it and he proofread it, and then he wanted me to fix a couple things. And then after that, he didn't say thank you, but he gave me, and by this time it was like 1 in the morning. Like, it took forever for me to write it, and I swear this guy didn't sleep. After that, he gave me a 6-inch Subway sandwich. I remember it was turkey with onions and tomato, and it was on, I think it was honey oat. And then he had me stand at parade rest behind his couch while he laid there, and then he asked me if I felt like being motivated. And, of course, you're not going to say no in freaking boot camp, so I told him yes. And he put on, oh, Jesus. I'm going to have to look it up now. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. Why can't I remember this? There it is. I was thinking Blood for some reason. Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood, where he plays freaking Gunny, and he's just a freaking badass. And so he had me stand at parade rest for the whole hour and a half, 2 hours, however long the movie is, and watched the whole movie with him on their PlayStation. And it was cool. Like, it was cool seeing the movie. I mean, I was exhausted because by the time the movie was over, it was like 3:30, and I got about an hour and a half of sleep before we had to go work out, and then we had to go back before we went straight to the range, because you get up early as crap when you go to the range, and so I was tired, but it was cool. It was just one of those experiences where you're like, what the hell is going on here? Like, did I do something? I don't understand. And it was cool because I got to see, the non-crazy side, I guess, of him, and knowing that he can be a dick. He ended up being the one I liked the most out of all my drill instructors, which is funny because he's the one that harassed us the most. But yeah, it was just an interesting story. And if you'd have met him, like, I'm sure you'll meet plenty of drill instructors that are kind of like, you're like, these guys are weird as shit. And if you have something like that happen, you'll laugh and you'll kind of understand where I'm coming from on this. But yeah, I figured that was a pretty good one. That was an interesting time. I got another one coming up that's actually pretty funny too, which I think will hit home a little closer to you guys. You'll be able to understand it a bit more maybe. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. As always, hit me up if you have any questions or comments or concerns, anything like that. And I will see you guys next time. Semper Fi.